Hey everybody, Sexy Matt the Pharaoh Wizard here. So I got nominated for something called the Sunshine Blogger Award, 11 questions. What it is kind of a way for people, bloggers and vloggers, to get to know each other, have a little fun, and kind of support each other. So I got nominated by my friend Violet Cause. See his link in the description below to check out his channel. And so the first part of this challenge, I guess you can call it, is that you support the person that nominated you. So check out his channel. Some really good in-depth movie and music reviews. Some really cool analytical stuff. I really enjoy his channel, so check it out. And give him a subscribe for me. And then they ask you 11 questions, and then I nominate 11 people and ask them a different 11 questions. So my nominees are also in the description below, and so are my questions. And if you feel like, doing the questions yourself and making your own vlog, feel free to tag me. I'll spread that around as well. But yeah, my nominees are down there, 11 questions. So here's the 11 questions I was asked. So here we go. Number 1, if you could share a meal with one filmmaker, who would it be and why? I would have to go with David Fincher. He's not only made some of my favorite movies, including Seven and Fight Club, but he has been someone that has not sacrificed his artistic integrity. If you know kind of his story, when he made Alien 3, he really wasn't allowed to make the movie he wanted and had a lot of studio interference. And he actually gave up being a filmmaker and went back to just a regular day job for a while until he could make a movie that he wanted to make. And I really think that's great, just really having that artistic integrity. And I'd love to, pick his brain. Number 2, if you could remake a film, which would you choose? I thought about this one for a while, and what it comes down to is I think I'd like to see Starship Troopers remade. Now, I really enjoyed the original, but it's been about 20 years. It's gotten just two really shitty sequels. But I feel like we didn't really get to explore the universe of Starship Troopers, a lot like what's in the book and the comics. So I'd love to see just a reboot of that whole franchise with a lot more sequels going on, and just see this world again, and tie it into more things going on today. I love a lot of the political stuff it added in, and I think it could be done really well again, and I'd love to see it again. Number 3, do you have a favorite movie soundtrack? If it was 1997, I'd say the Spawn movie soundtrack. I got that one, played the crap out of it. It's perfect sound for that day and age. But I would actually more say probably the soundtrack to Across the Universe.
I've just seen her face, I can't forget the time or place where we just met. She's just a girl for me, and I want all the world to see we met.
If you don't know what that is, it's a movie, it's a musical where they took Beatles songs and remade them and kind of made a musical out of Beatles songs. And some of the remakes of the Beatles songs are really well done. That's a completely different tone to them. I really enjoy them. So yeah, Across the Universe is probably my favorite movie soundtrack. Number 4, which book, comic, game, etc. would you like to see adapted for the screen? So outside a competently made Channing Tatum-free Gambit movie, I'd actually really love to see a Dynamo 5 movie or TV show. Dynamo 5, you didn't know, is from Image Comics, and what it is if Superman was a horn dog and had a bunch of illegitimate children with different wives, and each child only inherited one superpower, and then when he dies, the kids have to take over his spot and work together, and kind of working with your half-brothers, and it's a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool interactions between characters. I think it could be really fun to see, and see something really different. On top of, I want to see something outside Marvel and DC. Let's get some Image, let's get some Top Cow, let's get some other stuff going, huh? Number 5, which film do you love which everyone seems to hate? Well, I actually made an entire video on this, but I will give you my number one choice, and that is Sucker Punch. I enjoy the visuals a lot. I know a lot of people have a problem with the story and things going wrong with it, but I really enjoy it. I think it's a cool, just a cool way to see universes, things like that. A lot of different things going on, along with actually had a really awesome soundtrack too. But yeah, Sucker Punch. Number 6, which film do you hate, which everyone else seems to love? Well, this is more of a franchise of films, but Lord of the Rings, anything to do with J.R.R. Tolkien. That includes the Hobbit ones as well. But I don't like it. It takes forever for anything to happen. They're slow, they're boring. Everyone else seems to love them, but I cannot get through them. I get so bored. I can't buy into that universe. I know I'm very much in the minority with this. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, I don't like those movies. Number 7, what's the most obscure or underappreciated film which you think more people should see? The main one that comes to mind is Knights of Badassdom. If you don't know what that is, of course, obviously, it's underrated. It stars Ryan Katwan, I believe is how you say it. I don't know how you say it, but Suki's brother from True Blood, Steve Zahn, Peter Dinklage, and Summer Glau. And basically, it's a horror comedy where a bunch of LARPers accidentally summon a succubus. And it's got some really funny moments, some great practical effects, and had a very limited release in theaters. It has its own kind of weird story where it took a lot to get it released, but it is a very well done movie, and I highly enjoy it, and I highly suggest you enjoy it as well.
Eric's about to level up to Grand Sorcerer. I'm packing an ounce of killer shrooms. And there be monsters in need of pummeling.
I'm in.
Huzzah!
Number 8, what is your favorite movie poster / artwork of all time? For me, it's got to be V for Vendetta. Pretty much any of the posters were great for it, but a lot of the propaganda, the fake propaganda posters were great, and it was just an awesome way to do this movie where no one knew what it was about, and the poster just added more questions. I think it's a great way to advertise that movie. Number 9, is there a character whose death scene had a great impact upon you? There's probably quite a few, but I'd have to say one that comes to mind that I think more people need to give more pathos to for how well it was done, even though it's in a shitty movie, is Gwen Stacy's death in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. If you know the Spider-Man story, as soon as they introduced Gwen Stacy in the first one, you knew she had a limited time. So you kind of knew her death was coming, but I think the way that Mark Webb filmed it and just made this really beautiful montage to her and just really handled her death well. Now the little after part of it kind of ruined it where the movie kept going, but I think the actual death scene is very strong, very well made, and just one of those times where it's a really solid scene in a very not good movie. Number 10, have you ever walked out of a movie and why? Not in a theater. If I'm paying for a movie in a theater, I'm there and I'm doing the whole thing. Now, I did fall asleep during the first and second Hobbit movies and didn't bother with the third one, so that sort of counts. But a movie that I just got fed up with and stopped watching, a year or two ago, I thought I'd give the Twilight franchise a fair shake and watch those movies. Forced myself all the way through the first one, and about halfway through the second one, I was just, this movie's not for me, I'm done, I'm out. This movie's just not made for me. If you like it, that's great. I could not stand it. It was just really pissing me off and getting really annoying. So yeah, the second Twilight movie was just it. I didn't finish the rest of them. I knew it wasn't going to get any better, so yeah, it's Twilight, whatever the second Twilight is. Number 11, what is your most anticipated movie of the next year or so? So this is another one I did a full video on, but my most anticipated of 2017 is the Power Rangers movie coming up in just a few months here. Very excited for it, big Power Rangers fan. Going on beyond that though, in 2018, Steven Spielberg is doing Ready Player One. It's a book I really loved, and Steven Spielberg has a really great track record, of course. So I'm really looking forward to that one. It's so far off though, but I think that one's going to be great. But for 2017 itself, Power Rangers for sure. I think it looks awesome. Yeah. So there's my answer to my 11 questions. Anyone I nominated, it's on you to answer my 11 questions. Or if you want to just answer my 11 that I put below, tag me and I'll spread that around as well. So let's get the word out on everyone's blogs and vlogs, and let's have some fun. I'm Sexy Matt the Pharaoh Wizard. Until next time, hold on to your hold slots.